this season clutch victory in double OT over the Timberwolves that saw Nikola Vucevic, DeMar DeRozan, and Zach LaVine combined for 109 points. And with just those three players, this was a win that the Bulls needed. This was an important win that sends the Bulls back into a play-in area. It looked tough at certain areas in the game, but the Bulls came in, played a good solid fourth quarter, 2 overtime periods. Nikola Vucevic got probably the dunk of his career, at least his Bulls career tonight. This was a huge game from the Chicago Bulls. We're going to break it all down. We're going to talk about it. But first, we got to get into the winning intro for tonight.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see.
All right, Bulls fans, listen, this was a game that we needed. This was a performance that not only did we need the win, but to see this team gut out a victory against a team that they were losing against for the majority of this game. DeMar DeRozan goes 15 to 25 in this game, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals for 49 points. Nikola Vucevic, 9 of 20 from the field, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 21 points from Nikola Vucevic. And then Zach LaVine coming in, 15 to 25 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists from him, 39 points from him. No other Chicago Bull other than the big three scored in double digits. The team overall in this game goes 50 of 94 for a 54% shooting percentage. They go 11 from 24 from three-point percentage, which is high for the Chicago Bulls as far as number of attempts and numbers of makes. They have 23 assists on 51 made baskets, 9 steals, 6 blocks. They win the rebounding. Oh, they lose the rebounding battle by 3. I give them that. But the Bulls showed up. Yes, this was a game that Anthony Edwards was out early in the first quarter. Rudy Gobert fouled out, I believe, in the fourth quarter. I don't think he made it to the first overtime period. But the Chicago Bulls gutted out a win that they needed to gut out. And that's all it is. I don't want to hear about none of that. I don't care who was in, who was out of this game. The Bulls were getting their asses kicked at points in this game. They looked flat to start this game off. You almost would have thought that this was the second game of a back-to-back, but the Bulls toughed it out. They gutted it out, and they got a victory where they needed a huge victory to continue their play-in lives. I was prepared to say if the Bulls lost this game, that was it. Right off the play-in. Hopes, dreams, all of that. Write it off. This Bulls team came in, got an 8-point victory. DeMar DeRozan coming in clutch as he really hasn't done that much this season. Zach LaVine even getting big baskets, but this win was perfectly all brought together by Nikola Vucevic and that nasty dunk that he did. I don't even know who he dunked it on. I don't care. That man is officially Nikola Vucevic's son for the rest of the time that he's in the NBA because Vooch took him off the dribble, dunked the ball. This was a fun win, man. And this is a win that we haven't really been on the positive side of a game like this in so long. The Bulls just being able to gut it out, tough it out, get the victory. The big three being a big three in this one, combining for over 100 points from just 3 players. We needed every single bit of the performance that we got from our big three today. That's what we needed to do. Great win. I enjoyed seeing the team that they came out and performed in this. It sucks that Pat Beverly fouled out in this game, and I don't want to make it seem like the other players didn't help out. They absolutely did, even though it wasn't a lot of scoring from other players on this team. Alex Caruso came up with some really big defensive plays for the Chicago Bulls and had some solid assists for us as well. Pat Bev was doing exactly what you expect Pat Bev to do. 5 defensive rebounds from Pat Bev in this game, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block from him. He had a positive plus-minus of plus 13, albeit with only 4 points. Patrick Williams doesn't get off the bench again in crunch time, which I have my own issues with. He does play 25 minutes. He gets 6 points in that. Had some good defensive plays from him as well. Kobe White hit some big shots in this game that needed to swing the momentum. But this game really comes down to the Bulls' big three, the Schmedium three, as I've been calling them all season. They came up very big in this game to perform like a core three should, and they got it done. That's what we needed from this team. We needed a win like this. The Bulls now move into the 10th spot outright for that last play-in spot with 13 games, I think, left. They play a game again against Miami tomorrow on a back-to-back, so we'll see if they can continue that. A win against Miami would definitely help the Bulls Keep in mind, Miami's in the 7th seed right now. Not necessarily that the Bulls can catch up with that win, but the Bulls need a win, another big win against the Miami Heat. This was one of the most fun games to watch all season. And I would say this, it's not just because the Bulls won. If the Bulls would have eventually lost this game in overtime, it still would have been one of the most fun games that I watched all season. Just the momentum swings, the times that the game got tied, the lead changes, all of that. It really added to just having I've said this before. The Bulls need more playoff atmosphere type games. This game definitely felt like it had a playoff atmosphere, and the Bulls need that. As they continue to try to be tested, as they continue to try to push towards the play-in, they need to continue to have games and win games in an atmosphere like this, and it was good to see the Bulls be able to do it. It was good to see the Bulls pull out this win. Let's go ahead and go to the chat. Let's see how you guys feel about this win. JC Daniel says, Vooch, dunk of the year. Listen, that may be the dunk of Vooch's career. I know he had that dunk against Paul Gasol when Paul was on our team, but that was a monster dunk, especially that it came basically sealing the game for the Chicago Bulls. Crazy. Claude in the building. He says, I ain't never seen Vooch dunk like that before. Oh, he dunked like that on Paul Gasol once, but I feel you on that one. Vucevic is crazy. Our big three needs some help, man. Unacceptable. P. Will is the only other person averaging double digits, and that's measly 10.2 points per game. Well, keep in mind, that's not measly. When you're the fifth option on the team offensively, 10.2 points per game ain't that bad. But we definitely need the role players to step up for sure. I secretly wanted Vooch gone next season, but he deserves 30 more games with us next season with that poster dunk. Yeah, you're silly for wanting Vooch gone. He's been the most consistent Bull all season long. Voochie man from MC Season, what's going on with you, brother? Kane says that dunk from Vooch was nasty. That was an amazing dunk. And like I said, it made it even more amazing the fact that it came and it was the game-sealing dunk. After Vooch made that dunk, there wasn't no more runs left. There wasn't no more coming back left. There wasn't no more none of that. Vooch sealed that game with that dunk. Caruso guarded the ish out of Kyle Anderson. When I was getting pissed, Billy didn't put P. Will on him. Yeah, he came up big defensively down the stretch, and I was a little bit worried about that too, Melvin. Where has this team been from Adrian? Bro, I have no idea, but I'm glad they showed up tonight. Evan Lick says, game of the year. I was going to slander Vooch, but after that, I can't say nothing. Listen, you can't. Yoselin, honestly, so happy they got this win, but now I'm a little worried they may come out with no energy for tomorrow's game. I'm going to. Yoselin, I feel you on that one. That's what I like. It's the first game of a back-to-back. If they do come out flat again or don't have energy down the stretch, of course we're going to look towards this, a double overtime game. And I don't think the game tomorrow is in Chicago. They're not traveling. So yeah, man, going to be crazy. Vaughn says, oh my God, what the F did I just watch? You just watch a team show up big time when needed. Michael Galileo says, are you not entertained? You know what? I'm going to put that on the soundboard. That's a great sound clip. Are you not entertained? You got to be entertained with this one. Got to be. Immortal Beast, let's go. Let's get this, man. Let's get this. Shrey, by far the best game of the season. Agree with you, 100% there. Best game. Like, I've not seen the Bulls play like this in a game that was this tight, this close, that when it's double overtime, they just usually don't match that type of energy. And let me be clear here. Debo is what kept us in this game for long. Now, Zach helped seal things. Vooch helped seal things. But Debo helped keep us in this game and put us in this position. Watch the Mexico versus Puerto Rico game that turned into double overtime. Crazy endings to both games. Bro, I don't know how your heart dealt with it, bro. I really don't. Silencer, the team does have its flaws, but people love to downplay this team so much. Well, no, it's not downplaying when you're a team that's sub 500 and you're fighting for the last play-in spot in the Eastern Conference. I don't think that's downplaying. Their play is downplayed towards the talent that we have on this team, absolutely. But it's not wrong for people to question this team considering where we are on this season. The fact that we're looking at a game against Minnesota Timberwolves at the back half of the season being hugely, not just a little bit, hugely important for the Chicago Bulls. Play in live, not even play off spot or seeding, play in lives. It's not downplaying in that case, not in my opinion. Y'all ready for the Heat tomorrow? Hey, man, they better be locked in and ready for the Heat tomorrow. Ryan says, Merch, I missed one of the Bulls' best games this year. I hate this team. I see, and Alana didn't. She missed this game too. Vooch out here handing out poster, sick of the bullshit. See motherfucking red. Listen, you already know what it is. Shout out to Nice for the intro, by the way. That was the slowest power posted dunk of all time. I could almost hear a well-talked slow-mo commentator, Vooch. I don't think that it was that slow. Maybe it's just for Vooch, but hey, it didn't feel slow watching it in real time. Say, listen, Haize, if the Bulls lose this game, I believe that would have been it for their playing chances. Seriously, Antoine, completely agree with you. Wholeheartedly agree with you. If the Bulls would have lost this game, that would have been it, in my opinion. I still have my doubts of them being able to make it, but that would have been the nail in the coffin for me. Josh Jones says, this win took a Herculean effort. The same team that cooked Jokic with ease, LOL, huh? Up and down season. Yes, up and down season. DeMar effing snap, 49 freaking points. I love this man. He definitely snaps, Dylon, definitely. In my opinion, with Mike Jones says, what up, Haize? Big win. I for sure thought this was a loss. Good win. Oh, in the third quarter, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Right, this one home. And then almost as soon as I thought that, Bulls started coming back, man. Gio says, Haize, it's the first half of a back-to-back. I hope we got enough in the tank to play a good game tomorrow against the Heat. Well, luckily, the Bulls sleep in their own beds. They don't have to travel. They're at home. Those things hopefully playing. I don't think the Heat played tonight. So it's not like they're going to be coming in off a back-to-back as well. So it's going to be tough for the Bulls. Let's be clear here, but everything's tough for the Bulls for the remaining part of the season. Everything's tough for them. Am says, Jaden Daniels airballed a free throw, got posted and fouled DeRozan all in the last 2 minutes of overtime. Bro, about to get violated in the locker room. No, because he hit shots that kept the Timberwolves in this game. You can't do everything. But Jaden, I think he led them in scoring today. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, listen, you take the good with the bad, man. It's not all going to be good. But, hey, he got it done, man. You're gonna have your mistakes, man. Now it looks like Mike Conley with their last three actually led them in scoring, but Jaden McDaniels, who goes 7 of 15 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3-point range, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 25 points. Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could chew him out for the mistakes, but if it wasn't for how he shot, I don't know if they'd be in it. Y'all thirsty to trade DeMar, huh? Yes, still. For the team to be better overall and not have to be in this situation over the season? Yes. That doesn't change that. I don't waver based off a win. But unless the Bulls, the only way that I'll change my opinion on DeMar and still needs to be the one that's moved is if the Bulls win a playoff series. That's the only thing that can change it. A random double overtime loss and us fighting for a play-in spot, that doesn't change that at all. Sorry, that doesn't change that at all. Tomorrow night, we need the young players to step up. The vets played heavy minutes, so you already know their legs will be gone. Well, listen, this is what I'll say. They're professional basketball players. They got to figure it the fuck out, period. I'm trying to stop cursing on this program as much, but they got to figure it out. You want to be a player? You talk about how important it is to make the play-in. You talk about how good this team still is. I don't give a damn if your legs are going to be tired. You can rest when you're dead. You got to figure it the fuck out. You say that this team, the city, the fan base, we deserve to get to the play-in. You say we deserve for you guys to play better. I don't give a damn about your legs being tired. Hey, listen, what did Cap say if you die, shake it off. That's what I got to say to you. Shake that shit off. Get in there and perform. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. For those who are questioning if after this one game, yes, still need to trade DeMar in the offseason. He's not leading anyone to a championship. This team needs different construction. Period, Poindexter. Completely agree with you on that one, bro. Haize, it was nice to finally see both Zach and DeMar be clutch late in the game. Absolutely. Trading off on it. Damn, did I say D-Nice again? Shit. We seen red in this piece. What's going on, Nice? Glad to have you in the building, bro. Real One DC says, what up, Haize? Good win tonight. Is it me or does P. Will lead the league in almost spectacular dunks? Him and Javante. Both of them, bro. Both of them. Well, Javante's been out for a while, so Patrick Williams probably does lead it. Leonard Thomas in the building says, Chicago Bulls, Haize, do you think we making play-in? Hey, I can't call it, bro. I still have my doubts on their ability to make the play-in. I know they have the talent to, but I really seriously have my doubts, man. I have my doubts. Black Prophet says, this just shows me the Bulls are not making the playoffs. They played an inferior team with its 2 best players injured. 2 best players injured? Rudy Gobert played in this game. He fouled out. He wasn't injured, and he played pretty damn good when he was on the court. And that doesn't mean the Bulls aren't. Come on, man. Like, all the negativity and pessimism after a win, like, I get it. And I can say I have your doubt about the playoffs for sure. But this team has the ability to. Absolutely. It's still the same team that beat Denver handedly. So, like, you gotta just not look at just the one thing that supports the negative. Let's look at it all in totality. I don't know about you, Haize, but since DeRozan started developing a three-point shot, it's helped out our team a lot. Oh, for sure. We talked about that in the pregame show, that if DeMar truly is going to start taking more threes and hitting them, he took 4 today. And I know that's not super big for a team, but for a team that is the lowest in the NBA in three-point attempts, DeMar DeRozan taking 4 3-pointers is important. And making 2 of those, going 50% in three-point, if DeMar can do this for the rest of the season, it absolutely changes the way that the Bulls play offense. Absolutely. What a game. I was so pissed at DeMar for bringing the ball up so casually. It was an iffy job by the referees, but that most certainly was an 8-second violation. Yeah, and I went off. I literally thought down the stretch of this game of coming on live with you guys and watching the overtime period live, but I'm glad I didn't, because I know you guys probably hear my voice is going out. I screamed so much in the last 40 minutes that I know when I'm done with this tonight that my voice is just gonna be done. Vaughn, this game was great for me. I have Conley and Levine in fantasy basketball, needed points and threes, and they sure as hell delivered the win for me. Well, I'm glad you got that win, brother. Glad you got it, man. Kane says, if we can't win against Miami, that really turns the playing spot in our favor after the Wizards lost tonight. Yeah, we got it. We got to win against the Miami Heat. If we can win that game against the Heat, it really helps us big time in gaining a game over the teams that are below us right now. We need that. We definitely need that. Sydney in the building says, I just left the game. Wow, it was an incredible game. I'm glad I didn't leave after the regular game and the first OT. So glad I got to witness it. Now I'm nervous for tomorrow's game. They probably tired. Sydney, are you going to tomorrow's game as well? You going to that game? It's still there. Again, that's what the honest critique is. One game doesn't change that. One game doesn't change what and how the Bulls team and offense needs to evolve. So yeah, it's not slander. It's honest critique. We got to stop. Y'all got to learn the definition of words like slander and hate. Y'all throw that shit around so easily and it loses all meaning because y'all just feel attacked by somebody you enjoy being critiqued. No, it does not change it at all. DeMar DeRozan still, unless the Bulls make drastic changes everywhere else, should not be a Chicago Bull next season. Period. Doesn't change that. Zendrigo says, yes, trade DeMar. Exactly. Malcolm says, Zach missed out on 40. Debo hogged the free throw love, but yes, still trade DeMar. Cap also trade DeMar. Oh, he meant Cat. But they've been missing Cat all season. I mean, it is what it is. You got to adjust. Like, at that point, we're missing Lonzo. So I haven't even thought about Cat because Cat sucked when he played this season, but I feel you on that. Ali Fault in the building says, super chat, Vooch dunk. Wow, yeah, bro. That was a great dunk. Great dunk. Capo says, Haize, does it feel awkward to root for tomorrow nights like this when you shit on him so much? Again, stop being weak-minded. Ain't nobody shitted on him. He is the reason why the Bulls offense isn't modernized. And no, it doesn't feel weird at all. He's still on my team, and I want the Bulls to win this season. But it does not change. As I've been saying for the last 2 months, nothing that the Bulls do this for the rest of the season changes what needs to happen this offseason. And that is this roster needs to change drastically. Doesn't change. That was fun to watch. This team plays better than their record. They compete with good teams. So much talent. Why do I still have faith? Help me. Ben Paul, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. But yeah, definitely. It feels great to see your team play like this. Haize has never slandered DeMar, LOL, unless it was deserved. That's all it is. Bathrobe Payne says, laugh my ass off. These folks forget the reason DeMar don't work. It doesn't happen often, but anyone see the 8-second call? Mr. Let's slow the game down. I have nothing against the man. He still needs to go. And that's what it is. It's not against the player. But when you look at, they said it tonight. Stacey King talked about it. We play the slowest pace in them. And that's not all on DeMar. Let me be clear. Nothing am I saying is all the Bulls' issues on DeMar DeRozan. But I'm saying that with the Bulls needing to change as much as what they need to change with DeMar's contract, the fact he's in the last year of it, it offers the Bulls a great chance to modernize and change this team going forward. That's it. It's simple. It's really simple. Cookie. Damn, why you got to be so harsh? F DeMar, trade the MF for stealing all the P-Dub. No, you can't blame him for stealing P-Dub shots. You can't. That's not what you can say. That's not what you can say. That's a little bit different. Yo, Haize, what the F was that 8-second call on DeMar? Was that true? Yes, it was a true 8-second call. It was a true 8-second call. DeMar scored 49 to lead us to win. Y'all talking about trading him, shaking my head, wait for the offseason to worry about that. I feel you on that. Ultimate Ray says the only thing that would change my mind about this roster if we mess around and make the finals somehow. Like I said, the only thing for me that would change it is if we win our first round playoff series. If the Bulls would, so if this team somehow figures it out and wins a first round playoff series, then I'll change my tune. Anything less than that, it does not change what the Chicago Bulls need to do this offseason. Doesn't. That's funny. Am says DeMar needs to not be a Bull. Y'all fanboys are going to be traded with him. That is funny. That is hilarious. Imperfect Kingdom in the building says crazy game. Got to give me more tomorrow. Feel you on that one. You got to give more tomorrow. You got to keep it going. Melvin says, Haize, you never slandered DeMar. He only just said he was the most realistic trade value to approve. And again, it's weak-minded people that hear somebody that they're like, oh, you're slandering. It's hate. Oh, my God, you're shitting on him. Y'all mamas needed to beat y'all asses a little bit more or had y'all reading more books, period. Yep, it absolutely is. A 50 ball don't mean shit when you're a sub 500 team fighting for the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference. Come on. Let's not act like he dropped a 50 ball and we the number 4 seed in our conference. We are fighting to barely scratch through to a play-in. So yes. Do I burn my Lonzo jersey? No, bro. I guess, you could, but remember the good times, bro. Remember the good times. See, I do disagree with this. Definitely disagree with this, Ams. DeMar isn't the problem. He is part of the problem, as a lot of things are part of the problem. And the point of it isn't to say that DeMar is the only problem. It's just to say that moving DeMar potentially gives you and offers you the best situation to get assets back because playoff teams would be interested and you can get some things. So, King Cap says, yeah, our bench was trash tonight. Basura. Oh, bro. It wasn't just like we had 19 total points from the bench, which in a normal game wouldn't sound too bad. But when you're talking about a double OT game, yeah, we gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. Honestly, I love DeMar and I wish we could keep on the team, but after watching your takes on DeMar and paying attention to those things in game, I agree with you. And that's all it is. It's simple. It's just the basketball fit. That's all it is. Jose Sanchez says, what's good, Haize? First off, great comeback by the Bulls. Now, that call on Pat Bev was completely bogus. That I agree with. And last, that Vooch dunk was nasty. Didn't know he had that in him, but good win. I guarantee you he is icing the crap out of his knees right now. Nikola Vucevic is literally sitting somewhere with ice packs the size of boulders on his ankles and knees right now. Maverick, who can we bring in that replaces DeMar? It's not, but see, that's not it. And see, that's the narrow-minded thinking that causes teams to stay stagnant. You're not looking to bring in one player that's going to replace DeMar DeRozan's production. By modernizing the team, what does that mean? That means that, A, you move a contract that you can bring in, and even if you bring in a player that is a solid passer and a 3-and-D player, that then allows Nikola Vucevic to go back to more the natural place that he performs at. So it's those type of things. It's not about bringing in one player that replaces exactly what DeMar DeRozan does. That's why I always worded as modernizing the Chicago Bulls offense. Now, that would also, you'd have to trust Billy Donovan to make some adjustments, which has its own issues. But yeah. See what else we got. Bathor Payne says Vooch about to sit in the freezer. That is hilarious. That's funny as hell. The Ultimate Rage says, by the way, fun fact, DeMar's Master P's is in Master P's music video for Cookie Money. I don't even know what the hell Cookie Money is. What? I haven't watched a Master P video in forever, man. That is hilarious. Tony, DeMar's in the biggest problem. Sure, man, trade him, and then suddenly we're going to shoot and make a bunch. That's the idiotic thinking. Nobody said that it's just by, you have to move him in the right deal. And I think you guys here move DeMar and you think, oh, let's just send him off for anything, and boom, this same exact team is going to all of a sudden start making threes. Nobody said that. Is idiotic to even be a response. It's not, it's saying that to facilitate the changes that you do need to make to the team, meaning other moves need to happen. Other players still need to be shipped out. Nobody's saying is, boom, you remove DeMar and all of a sudden this exact same team is shooting threes and playing better. That's not what anybody said in this. Comprehension is key. It's very key. Haize, DeMar is obviously part of the problem, but I wouldn't be mad if he stays on the condition he continues to change his game. Great three-point shooting, great playmaking. I will say that, and that's what I've always said that too. There is a way that you can change this team to still maximize DeMar and help maximize other things. You need a strong head coach, I think, to do it, and I don't necessarily trust Billy Donovan to do it. But there's definitely a route to get there. Immortal B says, Haize, I understand why DeMar would have to get traded, and I think the Bulls should also trade Io as well. I mean, the thing, it could be difficult because he's the restricted free agent on the 2-year deal, and it's not like a normal restricted free agency, so you can still work out a sign and trade. It just gets more complicated because the way that the Bulls, like the limitations on the Bulls to sign, because it's called a sign and trade for a reason, so technically the Bulls would be signing Io. And the way that it works with restricted free agents on the 2-year contract or after the 2-year contract, I think it's called the Gilbert Arenas rule, is you can only sign them with the available cap space. So it could make it a little interesting. It's not that it's outside the realm of possibility, but it definitely is something that could happen as well. Guadalupe says, Haize, what about that poster from Vucci, man? That was one of the nastiest dunks of Nikola Vucevic's career. One of the nastiest dunks of Vucic's career. Octavius Hill says, the guy that's going to lead Chicago Bulls to a championship is not on the team, and for that reason, everyone should be on the table, not just DeMar. I mean, yeah, you technically have to, but keep in mind, too, it still would make more sense to trade the older player who's definitely not going to be there on the future. There's a chance that Zach LaVine can still be on this team when you do find the player that's going to lead him. There's a chance Patrick Williams could still be on the team because of his age and could develop when you find that player that's going to lead the Bulls to the championship. Same thing with Kobe. Same thing with Io. So, yes, you still listen to moves. You should be listening to anything that's going to drastically improve this team. But the one thing is that the timeline, you have to look at the timeline. And the players that don't necessarily fit that timeline become the ones that are most expendable earlier. That's just what it is. Sydney, do you think BD coached a good game tonight? Fuck no. Hell no. No, he didn't. He coached a serviceable game, and I think his players stepped up and bailed his ass out. But I wouldn't say, hey, Mutt, Leo, what are you doing? Why are you acting stupid, bruh? Come here. Come here, son. There goes my baby. All right. But yeah, I wouldn't say that Billy Donovan coached a good game. I wouldn't say that at all. We won, though. We got the one. We got the win. Got the one. Got the win. Haize, don't hate DeMar, but the bias blinds you, brother. Anyone who thinks DeMar leaving but nobody said that. Again, no, you guys are saying shit. Your distaste for hearing truth blinds you to simple facts. Nobody said, and I've specifically just said it, that moving DeMar is the thing that fixes this team. It's used as a way to facilitate improving this team. It's really not that hard to understand. I really don't understand why people are so dense. It's really not that hard of a concept. Bro, these fans are getting ahead of themselves out of the double overtime win. DeMar's still the realistic trade option. Teams will want, if we want to improve our team or just have continuity 4.0. Exactly. Am said, it's funny, it's crazy how some of y'all prefer having DeMar and being bad than moving him and being good. That crazy, just crazy. I mean, and that's, you know what I think it is, honestly? Like, you want to go with a lot of people want to go with what you know, right? It's the devil you know, right? And I understand that. I definitely understand that. Yoslin in the building says, the person that I really don't want to see go is Kobe, but I feel like he's going to be the guard that gets traded. Just love how Kobe has improved. Well, I mean, I think Io or Kobe could go. I honestly, and I think that it's a very slimmer possibility. There could be a route that the Bulls let both of their asses go. Now, I think that the Lonzo thing, especially if they end up filing for that career-ending player exception, then I think that you keep one of them in that case, but there's still a world in which both of them are gone. Now, like I said, definitely small for that, but it's possible. Where was P. Will and Kobe tonight? Who the fuck knows, bro? Who the hell knows? We're the bottom of, like, see, and again, another word that people, do you know what the fuck the definition of cap is? Hold on, I've been trying my best not to be Petty Roosevelt, but we're about to get to it. A leisure, that's not even a fucking name. Do you know what the definition of cap is? You're watching the Bulls be in the bottom of the league now, you dumbass. Have you not watched this team? So you're sitting there saying that you don't want to watch the Bulls be at the bottom of the league, which you've been doing all fucking season if you've been watching the team. What isn't getting through your thick ass skull? Like, stop being dumb and dense. Stop being dumb and dense. It's really not that hard of a concept. Stop being dumb and dense. Come on. Like, lay off the weed. Lay off the weed. Haize, with the talent the Bulls have, they should never had to get into two overtime to beat a team that didn't even have their best player playing tonight. Agree with you. And that's what I was in the halftime hangout saying. Like, it sucked that the Bulls allowed themselves to get down by double digits with a team that missed their best player. And, you know, that's something that the Bulls have to work out. And that is why the Bulls are where they are this season, because of things that these things continue to happen. That's it. It continues to happen. Would you have liked Vooch to throw the ball in after the timeout? Didn't know why Billy went to the AC to inbound it after the deflection pass. You know what? Honestly, I don't think Billy Donovan had a play to draw up. And that goes back to the coaching issue on this team. I don't think Billy Donovan had a play drawn up, and it's wild. Like, it's wild. Like, and that's the problem of the coach. Like, he does not draw up plays good at all. Billy Donovan is not a good X's and O coach. So, Haize, 9 out of 10 are equating trading DeMar to being a good team. A rude awakening coming to anyone who thinks DeMar traded equals automatic good team. Agreed. Nobody said that, right? But that's not what was said. That's not what was said. Comprehension. It's very simple. That's not what was said. Conley and McDaniels both had career highs. Give them credit. They played great into the second OT. That's true. That's definitely true. Stupid chat trying to ask if Donovan's salary is calculated into the spending, which makes up the cap. Who asked that? But no, Donovan's coaches' salaries aren't factored into the salary cap at all. Keto, do you understand English? Who said that all of a sudden without DeMar the Bulls will be good? Are you slow? Like, is it simple? Like, did you fail fifth grade 5 times? Like, what happened? Kith, what happened? Like, what? Please inform me. Where was that said? I'll wait. I'll wait for it. Just watched the Master P Cookie Money video from 15 years ago. Young DeRozan hanging with Crips for real. My respect, low key going up. That is funny. That is hilarious. Say my name says now you Captain Haize, raising all these FOMO fans and their poor team insight, but don't blame it on the weed. What did weed ever do to you? That's fair. That's fair. Ronald, we got the Heat tomorrow. I think Kobe finna have a breakout game to really showcase his skill. You know what? I keep waiting on the Kobe breakout game. I just don't know, man. I don't know. And that's the thing. Kobe does things now otherwise other than scoring, right? Kobe, for the first time maybe in his career, is impacting the game consistently without scoring the basketball. And I love to see it. I love that Kobe's game has grown that way. But he still has a lot of work to do. Still has a lot of work to do. King Cap says he gonna cook us like Chicago deep dish pizza. That's funny. That's funny. Bathlor Payne says, everybody asking about DeMar needs to pay attention. Stacey and Adam literally said we are second to last in pace. Part of it is relying on two good ISO players. Zach is our guy. Threes greater than twos. You can definitely simplify it to that. I think the main focus is getting a point guard somehow first. I look at them bum Knicks turning their season around with their point guard play. Got a lot of work to do in the offseason. Well, keep in mind, too, like they also changed their offensive system. Like the Knicks aren't nearly running the same offense. It's more than just adding a point guard. It's also adapting. And that is one of the issues and concerns I have when it comes to Billy Donovan is that is Billy Donovan going to really adapt, right? Is he going to really adapt, or is he going to put it on the players? It's like, all right, y'all go figure it out, right? I'm going to come up with the initial scheme, but y'all need to figure it out. And that's what Billy Donovan does sometimes, absolutely. And that's definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. Haize, would you rather have Mark Jackson as the Bull coach than Billy, and why haven't Mark Jackson? Oh, Mark Jackson's never getting another coaching job. It's not happening. He's not getting another coaching job. So I'm not even going to say whether I want him over because it's not happening. Mark Jackson is either right or wrong, depending on how you view the things that have come out about him from players and other things. But Mark Jackson is never, well, let me not say never. But if Mark Jackson does ever get another NBA coaching job, he's going to have to probably work his way up through assistant again. And the team is going to have to literally be taking a flyer on him because he's being blackballed for sure. Knicks have way better coach than us to miss that guy. Oh, man. You know what? I will say this about Tibbs. He rides his players hard, and he drives them very hard, and that could become a problem at times. But we got to see. We got to see. Like the Bulls absolutely need to be coached better. It's not going to come all of a sudden, but it is what it is. Completely agree with you, Haize, in regards to DeRozan. The best chance for the Bulls to maximize their chances of becoming a competent team again is trading him and getting some good compensation. But you still have to build out a team after that. You still have to build out a team. How was Pat Beverly at the Lakers? I didn't really watch him closely when he was on there. Is he playing more like himself here in the Bulls? He looks happy here, but who knows? Oh, he definitely looks happy here. I would say Pat Bev is pretty much always Pat Bev. Now, I do think that he has a more expanded role here because we needed his leadership coming in, but he's still pretty much Pat Bev. Outside of DeMar, Levine, and Vooch, nobody giving you 10-plus consistently. You need to get a fourth option who can put the ball in the basket consistently, and you're a fourth seed. This way more than that. That's not going to get the Bulls to be in the fourth seed. That's not at all. Like, what are you talking about? And we do have a fourth player getting you 10-plus consistently. We have another player. He's the only other player averaging 10-plus on the game, like on the season. Like, no, that's not going to what's going to change the team. Vooch was absolutely possessed on that dunk to seal it tonight. I'm going to need you to channel that energy a little more often, Vooch. He feels like he could just do that all the time if he wanted to, right? Well, keep in mind, Vooch, he's been the one to sacrifice most of his game for this current construction of the team. A lot of the areas Vooch typically gets his points is where DeMar DeRozan also gets his points. DeMar, I've been saying that he operates in the high to mid post, which is a lot of, if you look at Nikola Vucevic's shot chart before coming to Chicago, a lot of that overlap. So it's not only, well, and again, it's not just Vooch. Some of it is because he settles for threes too much, but also some of it is head coach Billy Donovan. So we got to, it's a better coach on this same team would definitely take us far. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting to see more Pat Will tonight. Was wondering your opinions on how much game time Pat got in a game like this. He played 25 minutes, which usually would be on the high end for Patrick Williams. But considering Pat Bev fouled out, considering we went into double overtime, Patrick Williams should have probably been more towards the 30-minute mark. But we know Billy Donovan, his precious, as he would say, is that 4-guard lineup. That just is what it is. How about this? I could talk about whatever the hell I want to on my channel, John. You know what? That's what I'll say to you. Matter of fact, boom. So how about that? I will say what the hell I want on my channel, and anybody, as a matter of fact, can share their opinions in the comments regardless of it. You don't have any, nobody else can set a framework to anybody in this chat on what they want to say. So there you go. King Cap says, chat, wow, DeMar is a great player, but he just doesn't fit in this roster's play style. He's our best asset to trade. No one is saying he's trash. And I think people do take that as that. Like if you hear trade a player, they're like, oh, you're trying to say he's trash. And no, that's not what they're saying, right? Man, I miss this barbed wire eating, acid gargling, blade eating coach. He might have changed his gameplay now from a 5-player rotation on the Bulls compared to a 6-player team. That is deep. That is deep. Am says never compare DeMar DeRozan to D Rose again, bro. That's deep. And Rhino says boot him for ever mentioning Rose with DeMar. That is funny. Trade the owner. Listen, man. Listen. But Jerry Reinsdorf is the type that he blow everything up on his way out. But all right, y'all, I got to get ready to go do Locked on Bulls. Love you guys, man. Go Bulls, see red. Let's do this officially before we go. Hold on. Got to get up the captions. Let's get the captions up. Make sure you guys follow the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullscentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red, y'all. Peace. Oh, we gotta do the winning outro too. We get to do this.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.
I see red.